divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
That one into the hands of Flowers. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you've put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. On second down, a run with Hall. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a pickup of 6.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll give to Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. He'll look to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the ground with Hall. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Not the touchdown they wanted, but, hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. He's going to go up top again. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's Pacheco once again. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get 1st downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation. But I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. On play action, it's Mahomes. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Jermaine Johnson.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
This offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Jermaine Johnson.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd down and 1.
Now the first carry here for the running back. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Mahomes to throw.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
That's caught right side by Worthy.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. To throw, it's Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
They go play fake. Mahomes fighting to stay upright. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
2nd and 10.
The slot man in motion right. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Now it's Mahomes again. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On second down, here's Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was, that was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Hall again.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A great effort there. 35 yards.
And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are even at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
They'll drop to throw. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Here's Mahomes now on the option right. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Back now here on EA Sports. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4.
Second down and 6 now.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. From 6 yards away.
And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Second and 4. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Give to Hall running right. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
On first down, right back to Hall.
Able to slither by. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, fourth quarter, as the kick is away here.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. But they'll come up now. This is second and long.
Now back to throw.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. Third down.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
4th down, 10 yards to go. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Tell you, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
This has been a nice sustained drive, and after a run like that, I'd be surprised if they don't come back with even more running plays.
Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try.